still under pressure for them.
Yeah! Are you ready? You thought we'd sleep no time to weep. We're here again, let Alpha rain. Money, 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 Mithril money. Building stats like gold and honey. The code is tweaked, the volume's run. The Alpha's back, the Friday fun. You thought we'd sleep no time to weep. We're here again, let Alpha rain. Money, 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 Mithril money. Oh, yeah! Money, 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 Mithril money. Oh, it's good. Money, 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 Mithril money. Can you dig it? Oh, hit me. You thought we'd sleep, no time to weep. We're here again, let Alpha rain. The code is tweaked, the volume's run. The family's back, the Friday fun. Money, 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 Mithril money. Mithril money in the house. Money, 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 Mithril money. Yeah. Hey!
And there we go. Welcome everyone to another week of Alpha Friday. It's amazing to be here. It's amazing to be back. There is a lot of stuff happening this week. A lot of it has been behind the scenes. So I'm very excited to be here, to be able to just open up our hearts to you guys to share what has been happening, because you're going to be able to play with it later today. Most likely. We will see. But knock on wood. All right. This week, we really need to keep it under 30 minutes. So we're going to jump straight into it and try and keep it as efficient as possible. But welcome everyone. Okay, let's dive into it. First, we have a new Pacifica tournament. So Pacifica just launched the Bulls versus the Bears. You might have seen the post go live yesterday. Or it went live, sorry, the 18th actually. We joined it on the 19th because we wanted to be a little bit cheeky. We wanted to see which team was in the lead, because last time they did a tournament like this, it was you could choose any one of 10 countries. And we quickly jumped in and chose a country on day one. And that hurt us a little bit. We should have waited a little bit to see where people were going, where volume and P&L was being created, and then joined the right country. So this is what we've done this time. We joined the Bulls. So any Mithril that sees this, feel free to join the Bulls. I think we have a really good chance to get some of that 500,000 extra Pacifica points. So that's, I can't do it quickly in my head, but it should be roughly $100,000 worth of points for this competition alone. Pacifica points is roughly 0.20 per point if we're using quite conservative estimates. So super excited for the Pacifica competition. Definitely not too late. Join. You have the post on the Mithril main with the link. You need to give them a Telegram or a Discord and then choose what team. And if you want to be with the Mithril community, then you're in the team for Bulls. We also had the end of the Hibachi competition, which ended on Monday this week. And that was for 50,000 extra Hibachi points. Those points, we've just had confirmation from the team, is going to be distributed Monday next week. So in 3 days, you should be able to see those points as they do the distribution on Mondays. But super happy with that. We're definitely going to chat a bit more with Hibachi to see if we can do more competitions like that, because I'm Roy positive, let's say that, on the Hibachi one, which I'm very happy about, which actually brings me to my next bullet point, which is you might have seen something new and wonderful in the app, which is the Mithril profile page, or as we like to call it, the command center. The command center, maybe I can actually show it because it's a little bit fun.
I will share it
so
you can focus on the. And you're so effective today. I'm impressed. Like, wow.
Yeah. No, we need to. Sorry, it's a bit of a special week here in the Canaries. It's like Carnival, so the kindergartens are closing early. So that's why I need to make sure that my little daughter is not standing there waiting for me.
All good with the screen?
Yes, I think so. Beautiful. So here we go. This is live right now. And it's awesome that you're sharing yours, Thomas, because I've just looked at this. I am 50% of the users that are in the red. I am 50% of them. So roughly 88 users or
Oh, it's not 50%. Alex, it's 8% of users in negative ROI.
Yeah, wait, I will go over all of the stats because it's quite funny, actually. So here we have the new UI. As you can see, you have a net ROI now up in the right corner. And 92.7% of all Mithril users are going to see a green number in that net ROI box, which is fantastic. I would encourage anyone to ask any wealth manager, brokerage, or SEX how many of their users have a positive P&L or are ROI positive. And I would be astonished if it's even above 20%. So I'm super proud that we got 92.7% of users ROI positive. And why I said it's a little bit fun is because we have 8 users, or 7.3% of users are ROI negative. And I think I have 3 wallets that are ROI negative. That's why I was saying, Thomas, I think I am half of the users that are ROI negative. So why am why is one of the founders ROI negative? I will give my explanation. 1, I ran a bunch of experiments because we wanted to find alpha for you guys. So before we had the reference bots, I was the reference bots. I was literally a bunch of bots with crazy configs just to find out what worked. So this meant I had a very high cost per million. And then secondly, none of my extra points are shown in this calculation, right? This is just based on the volume and the average point per million. It's not based on, so a lot of you guys have joined competitions. You've joined Hibashi competitions, right? So the ROI calculation can't take these competitions into consideration. It's exactly. Just looking at a formula which is based on the normal numbers. Go ahead, Thomas.
Yeah, no, you're right. And it doesn't also take into consideration the, if you, like on Pacifica, if you use our referral, you get cash back on the fee you paid. And this also, like, it's a big part of the ROI and it's not included. I will see if we can have like a calculation to add it. But this is, everything we do is super conservative, and the calculation for the ROI is conservative and is not even including all the bonuses you could get from competition or rebates.
Exactly. So none of our competitions where we give out stablecoin, none of the DEX competitions where they have given you extra points, for example, Pacifica or the chef cooking with Hibashi or the now Hibashi campaign, the next couple of campaigns we have coming out, those are not affecting the net ROI. But so good news. Most of you guys should be ROI positive, or 92.7% of you, not 92.7% of you, and hopefully it's just me or majority of me that is in the red. But quickly on this profile page, so we have the net ROI. If Thomas presses the view breakdown, you can actually see the breakdown per DEX, which might not be super interesting if you're just getting started. But as you're doing more and more volume, you can see here that Thomas has done 18 million in volume. It gets more and more important to get an understanding of your capital efficiency across the different trading venues, aka across the different DEXs, because it could be that certain strategies have a bit of a better capital efficiency on some DEXs, and that might be where you want to allocate your capital for those weeks. And then as you have a competition, you might want to go into that, but that won't show up here. So there's still room for improvement with all of this. This is version 1. You also have the optimize. Currently, Thomas bots are all optimized, but if you have any bots that have a better reference bot live, you will be able to see this very quickly here. You also have the progress to the next milestone. So this is essentially just to help guide you and your volume. This is going to be connected to, for example, better, more revenue share on copy trading. It will be connected to potential funny community stuff like Discord roles, potential NFTs, potential drops. We won't give it all away now, but these milestones and tiers are not just for you and for the fun of it, even though it's very cool to see how much volume you've done and your progression, but it will have direct influence over stuff like revenue share on copy trading, potential fee rebate, and potential perks. Perks are going to be more for the fun of it, except for the revenue share and potential fee rebate. You also have the social positioning, which essentially just gives you a quick insight into how you're performing compared to other people in your tier. So Toma here is not competing with somebody that has just done 100K of volume. He's competing with all of the other traders in the diamond tier, meaning people that have traded over 10 million in volume. These badges and these tiers are going to be a little bit updated. We've gone through a lot of this material during the week. So this is version 1. This is live, but it will also be updated over the next coming weeks, maybe with some UI elements already going live early or mid to end of next week. To the right of this, you have a super quick way to deploy some of the best opportunities currently available given your API credentials. So if you don't have API credentials, you won't see nada here. So the more API credentials you add, the more opportunities you're going to be able to see here. And currently we're taking the best new opportunity, which is either a grid, market making, or scalping strategy, and the best delta neutral. I actually fired up, I think, 2 delta neutrals today. It's a great way to get a bit of a green P&L. And then the new opportunities are actually great for volume. Toma, I need to give you credit though. I did the PAX gold opportunity 2 days ago, and I was making $4 a day or something like that. So thank you for the free money, and I got some nice volume. So it was not just green P&L. The volume will definitely be lower when you're going after a green P&L. Just to use a simple strategy like a market maker, usually if you want to have a green P&L, it means that you're going to have a bip spread or a spread of maybe 10 to 15 bips, and you might have a refresh interval around 20 to 30 seconds. So it's not going to give you 100K a day in volume. It might give you 2 to 10K of volume per day, but it will definitely aim for a better P&L compared to if you do something like 2 bips spread and 10-second refresh interval. Then you're going to print volume, but it's going to cost you. And it's important to keep an eye on the cost per million. We've been discussing this, me and Toma, and we might try and add an indicator as well to sort of show on the bot card when you're ROI and when you're not ROI anymore, so that you might actually want to pause the bot for a bit if you're not.
To be ROI or not to be ROI?
Exactly, that is the question. Beautiful. So this
is because Alex, you mentioned the delta neutral on PAX Gold or on Gold, and you were the one to send me a very interesting strategy, and I think we really need to look into it. Like on the same DEX, you could also be doing a delta neutral between the gold, the commodity versus PAX Gold, and to capture funding rate. And that could be a good one. We will look into it, and maybe we'll try to add, like, it's not exactly the same token, but it's the same asset, and underlying asset. So it can be interesting to deep dive in these things.
I think it's really interesting, but I cannot take credit for that. I feel bad now because I can't remember who it was, but it was definitely Sanders, Stefan, Jano. So it was somebody from the community that shared that. So it was I can't take credit for the idea or the strategy. Kudos to the community. I can't remember who it was that shared it, but it was somebody in the community that dropped that strategy. And let's just say that DIY strategies is something on the horizon. We're pushing forward hard to make it available, but we have some surprises before DIY strategy. And one of those surprises, let me just go through my to-do list. Pacifica, yes, we've discussed Pacifica competition, Hibashi competition, new UI, profile page, More UI will come. So we might have an updated side menu. We might have some updated UI elements just to make it a little bit more, I don't want to say mainstream, but a little bit more easy to sort of scan, a little bit clearer visual hierarchy, an updated side menu, a little bit of stuff like this will be coming in the next couple of weeks. So you will have a little bit of a fresh breath coming into the UI. And now to the big alpha. For the entire week, no, for a couple of weeks, we have been working very closely to perp decks that have literally just gone live. I accidentally actually posted the day that we had the first market maker bot live on mainnet. And then I got told very quickly by the team, we need to make the first announcement. The Swissborg Mania, if you're in here, if you're viewing this, thank you. You liked that post as soon as it went live. And 2 seconds later, I had to delete it. But thank you for being very quick. And I think, Thomas, you're the one that has been pulling the weight on this because it's not been an easy integration because it's a DEX with a lot of fresh tech. But we believe it's a really, really cool integration. It's going to go live later today, hopefully, unless something pops up. But we've done a decent amount of testing. You have helped out the team a lot. The mic is over to you, Thomas. What is the next DEX, and why are we working with them? And maybe the real alpha here, community, is this DEX is going to be given out not only points, but $50,000 worth of liquid SUI per week to incentivize trading. So this is one of the core reasons why we wanted to be very early, why we wanted to have the market maker live, so that you guys could quite literally farm potentially life-changing money every week. And they're only starting with $50,000 worth of SUI a week. It's going to go up. So we've gotten the numbers. We don't know when, and I want to manage people's expectation. There definitely is going to be performance-based, right? So if we don't bring the volume, they're not going to just give out completely free money. But it's going to start at $50,000 worth of SUI a week, and it's going to go up to $200,000 worth of SUI per 2 weeks. So it's going to go up to 100K of incentives per week. You guys are literally going to be able to potentially start trading this afternoon with Mithril bots. We've done internal testing for a couple of days, and it's been rough. Thomas, who is it that we're working with?
So it's a new DEX, which is fully on chain, which is called Aftermath. They went live yesterday on mainnet. So it's super fresh. It's on Sui. Sui is a really great tech, great blockchain. They have a kind of a unique tech that allow them to have unique use cases in crypto. I don't know if you're already tried out the chain, but it's a good experience, to be honest, like user experience. And Aftermath is basically the first DEX on Sui, perp DEX on Sui, and we wanted to be the very first one ever to integrate it. And we've been talking with the team. As Alex said, they are getting incentives from the Sui Foundation. So like all the Sui token that they will redistribute to the community, to the traders, they are coming from the Sui Foundation, and they are coming back to Mithril users if you are trading on these DEX. And the reason we wanted to be early is like 1 month of trading on an early DEX. Maybe it's like equivalent of 1 year of trading when it's not early in terms of the point you get, because the point distribution is always going down, right? So just by being early, it can be real life changer. So of course it's kind of a risk because, okay, you commit time and effort, not so much time because it's fully automatized with Mithril, but effort and capital to trade the DEX. So the main reason we said, okay, let's go with it even though it's a risk to be so early, is because we will get compensated in token that we can just, if we want to, sell to compensate the cost of farming. So when you think about it, like being the first one to trade on a new DEX on a great blockchain, and you will be paid to do so, to farm it, like it's a bit of a no-brainer. So that's why we took the decision. Maybe the DEX won't succeed. Well, like we cannot be 100% sure what the future is, right? But it's the first one on Sui. It's a great chain. It has a backup of the foundation. So like Alex and me, we will be farming it because like it seems like a very low risk play.
And like Sui has some of the OGs on it. You have Peace Network, you have Fireblocks, you have a bunch of really, really big Athena. So it's a good shape. And the fact that these guys have been supported by the foundation for the last 3 years is a good team, very open to co-marketing, to do fun stuff together, very honest and clear with the incentives. We have ish ballpark numbers, I would say. I would say as you're launching your market maker bots on Aftermath, if you have a cost per million below $500, you should be able to break even only on the Sui incentives. That's without the points. So we're really, really excited for this, and I've definitely put aside some capital myself to participate in this because I think this is going to be an incredible opportunity. Beautiful. Let's not jump to. We have the next 2 DEXs that we're going to integrate after Aftermath, but they won't happen for the next 2-3 weeks, I would say. So now we have Aftermath. Most likely it's going to go live in a couple of hours. We have the how-to video, so you will have a tutorial on how to set up your API credentials. It's a little bit different each DEX. So we put together a 3-minute video. It's not longer than that. That shows you exactly how to set it up. That shows you how to launch the first bot, everything like that. That will go live together with the announcement as soon as the integration goes live. We're still testing a little bit of fine tuning, but hopefully literally later today, you're going to be able to play around with this. And we're very, very excited about this. I think, Thomas, for once, no, sorry. Okay, you need to do the entire security update in less than 7 minutes. Good luck, Thomas.
That's very easy. So, you know that now we have a routine security check, which is every week, basically, where we scan the entire code. But not only, we also simulate attacks. We don't simulate attack. We really attack it, basically. So we have 200 agents that are specialized, AI agents that are specialized into like security stuff and vulnerabilities finding. And it was last Friday, we sent these 200 agents to try to attack and find any vulnerabilities in the code. It lasted 2 hours. And this can, by the way, affect a bit the operation, right? When you have so many stuff happening on the website. But it was okay. I think no one noticed anything, so probably a very good news. And this, we won't say too much detail because when it's about security stuff, maybe sometimes it's best not to share too many information on what we do, how we do it, and what is our kind of infrastructure. But we were able to find a couple of potential vulnerabilities that we fixed. And every single, not every week, but like after every big new update on the website or integration, we are going to test again the security by attacking through AI agent. And so this is really much like the super boring stuff that happened in the shadow, but we really took a commitment after the failed hack to have a strong approach to security and for it to be part like a pillar of our product and values. So yeah, we are doing it. So that's why we wanted to mention it to you. It's not super sexy, but that's the thing.
It's good to know, and I think it's so. This is essentially, you can think about it. I would view, they're called pen attacks, right?
Pen test attack, yeah.
Pen test attacks. Sorry, I would call these the new auditors. I think they're 10 times better. You can pay quite a lot to do an audit. A lot of us in the space are wondering how efficient they are. A lot of times, we've actually been with teams that have then sat down with the auditors to explain the feedback that they get from the audit, because the auditors themselves don't understand what needs to be corrected. So a pin test is essentially it's an actual attack with 200-ish agents. This is something that we're paying for each time we do it, sadly. But so it's not like it's not a free thing, right? It's not some sort of free AI tool, but we're doing all of this with our security partner Aikido, and they essentially then attack us, and we see how we manage the attack. We see if there are any risks, and if there's any risks, they get a scoring, and we then prioritize them based on that scoring. You will have critical, non-critical, etc. So that has been done this week as well, and I would say we passed with flying colors after we rectified all of the potential risks in it. We had some questions here that I missed. So what is the best wallet do you suggest to use for each exchange? Well, so it depends, right? Depending on what perp decks, you're going to have different needs, but MetaMask is probably what I would recommend for most of them. It's also what you're going to need to connect to Mithril, and then Phantom or something like that for Pacifica, because they are Sol. And then Slush Wallet is what both me and Thomas uses for Sui. Very simple, very straightforward. You will actually even have, you will see in the API credentials video, you will be able to add a bit of Sui for gas fees. But highly recommend, if you're watching, if you're live in here right now, jump to Slush, set up a wallet, fund it with a little bit of USDC. You can always use jumper.exchange to bridge from wherever you have into whatever chain and wallet in whatever token you want. So Slush wallet or another Sui wallet, load it up with some USDC, and then with $10 worth of Sui, and you are ready to go. Because when you connect your API credentials, what essentially happens is that you create an agent account. So that agent is going to need a tiny bit of Sui. Thomas has done a fantastic work together with the Aftermath team. So once you've created the API credentials, you have a button to just send Sui to your agent, which is super simplified and super nice. Thomas, really fantastic user experience. But make sure you have some USDC and some Sui to be able to take advantage of this opportunity. We have 1.5 minutes on the clock, Thomas, and then we need to rush.
I will just add this because it's very important what you said. On Aftermath, it's fully on chain. So every time you send a transaction an order, you need to pay gas. So it's like microcents. So it won't add up at all, but you still need to, from time to time, fund your wallet with some Sui to pay for this gas. We made it super easy on Mithril, so you can check from your credential how much Sui you have on the wallet, and you can just in one click fund it with Sui. 1 minute, Alex. What to say?
I tried to share the code, but for some reason YouTube rejected it, so I need to just write. Ooh, if you haven't figured it out, the code for today's quest is Aftermath. Thomas, I'm so excited for this. They're going to be giving out, I want to repeat this, they're going to be giving out points and $50,000 worth of liquid. You're not going to need to invest. You're not going to need to wait for some lockup or some, excuse my language now, BS like that. Points plus liquid Sui, essentially cash, to help test out their decks. And Mithril is the first builder on it. Hopefully we have the advantage for a couple of days, maybe even a week or two. But like, take this opportunity if you want, because $50,000 worth of liquid SUI incentives per week, essentially, I think starts today or started yesterday when they went live. So like, it's on like Donkey Kong, as people my generation say. That's all for us. We need to wrap this up because there's a lot to do behind the scenes, but this will go live later today. We will release a YouTube video showing the API credentials and how to launch the first bot. We will have an announcement, so you won't miss it. But if you want to be prepared, set up your SUI wallet, add some USDC, add some SUI, because this might be an opportunity. I don't know if I should say in a lifetime, but it's definitely one of the best perp DEX opportunities, most likely this quarter. So yeah. I will take action on it. I will try my best to do some. So it won't be daily videos, but I will try and do some videos on my bots on Aftermath to help out. But I will be farming this one myself, so I won't throw as much money as I did in the beginning of experiments. So have a look at the reference bots, because I'm no longer the reference bot. Yeah, test out some experiments. Most likely, we will also run a small Mithril competition to see if we can get like the best CPM bots or something like that on Aftermath to help everybody out a little bit. Because if we have 4 or 5 bots that are doing a CPM around 250, 300, you're literally making $250, $300 per minute without the points. This is just in like cash. Sorry, now we're running a bit over as usual.
Thank you guys for joining.
Thank you so very much. It's absolutely incredible to be doing this with you guys. We're going to put out the exit song. You have the code for this week is Aftermath. The quest is actually already live for once. So you can jump straight into the guild, and you will be able to add the quest to get some extra points. Me and Thomas needs to get back to work and pick up kids from kindergarten, and then it's farming all weekend long. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you all. All the best. Take care, everyone.
Shining bright in the silver storm, cut through the dark where legends are born. Mithril flows, the heart of mine, forged in fire, chasing light. Mithril strong, unbreakable chain. Feel the pulse, the power remains. Mithril bold, it gleams and sings. Armor of God, the strength of kings. In the clash of steel, it never bends. Through every battle, it transcends. Mithril whispers a tale untold, a legacy carved in molten gold. Mithril strong, unbreakable chain. Feel the